The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind: helpless.
On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing. Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble.
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
First down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
R1 button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Cousins now.
R1 button.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Triangle button. R1 button.
Now Cousins. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. DeMarcus Walker drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
4th down, Cousins flushed out right, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw, and he's brought down. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Dobbs. It's complete, Burks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second and a yard, Dobbs. Open man, Westbrook Akine. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll go underneath to Haskins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Joshua Dobbs taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Room here to run. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball.
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
Four times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Square button. Square button.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Triangle button.
Cook following the penalty. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Triangle button.
3rd and goal for
Triangle
Cousins.
button. Cross button. Triangle button.
There's one, but incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
R1 button.
Cousins to throw
R1 button.
for it on 4.
Triangle button. R1 button.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have opened up a touchdown lead for the 4th.
Square button. Triangle button.
To throw is
R1 button.
Cousins.
Cross button.
And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Throwing here, Dobbs. Flush to his right.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
2nd and 11.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so.